You can only block so much poke with that Unbreakable.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe a Bard for Crisp could have been fun here on 5.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
could have been.
The Karma works very nicely. This is the standard bot lane. Try to poke out Hope and Kyle as much as possible in this early game.
Making sure that they are trying to pepper these spells in, but worth looking as well. Early gank bot lane.
Already flashes blown. Deadly Flourish does not connect here as Tarzan goes for another level 3 gank down from the bottom side. Flash on to Crisp to land that stun. Should be an easy kill and is picked up by Hope. First blood AL.
Yeah, and what are you going to do, right? Like, you have to play this bot lane so aggressively, otherwise you're just going to get outscaled and not have the purchase in the late game. But 7th now in the LPL in terms of players who played games. As that's a deep CP in here from Flandre. Hold on.
Dash away. He has the exhaust, but no defensive summoner spell like a flash or anything like that to close the gap. W's able to do enough. Actually, Flandre pops the exhaust. He might be able to win a 1v2, but Jackie Love will flash into the brush and make sure that he's able to pick up the kill. That was very aggressive from our former world champion, and it does not work out for him.
I mean, they've been massive playmakers for their teams now, for maybe not the series necessarily, but been massive linchpins in their success. As Tarzan trying to stop Kanari taking the straight, but no support.
Lightning Rush to try to get here and close the gap. Might be a smite fight. We're not at 600 just yet, but Tarzan will not be able to pick it up, but Flandre does with a snip. Are you kidding me? Does not have the ultimate, so will likely go down here in a 3v1. 369 lands the Shuriken to secure the stun. Shanks ran out of charges on his ultimate, so has to walk out of the Dragon Pit the old-fashioned way, but is able to survive.
It's tricky for Tarzan to try and make that play. Now Shanks trying to navigate his way out of this position.
He dashes in, but it might just be a bait. There comes Tarzan as well as Sky Splitter comes through, and Kanavi will fall. That is AL picking themselves up another kill as Tarzan gets back into the action.
Okay, the early volley bear damage there coming through, just enough to one-shot Kanavi and actually keep Shanks alive there.
Nice jobs on the other areas of the map. Thinking Tarzan off that last play, now makes his way over to the grubs to be able to pick these up rather than.
Yeah, and for AL, again, want to sort of start painting a picture of what the compositions look like as we move later on into this game. They're down the barrel a little bit here, I would say. I think that Ari falls off a little bit as we move later on into the game, the volley bear as well. So
at this point in the game, very, very impressive stuff. And you know, I feel like we haven't talked too much about 369. You know, when you look at this top esports team, Jackie Love show for the finals, he won the MVP. Then it's Kanavi, who's had high impact. 369 holding down the fort. And
they go no. No, we don't. We've got an answer, and so far it is working out big time. So kudos to 369 for being able to pilot this nice and easily. I mean, half of it comes from the fact that Flandre TV didn't die, but now we've got another scrap for these grubs.
Tarzan smites it away. That's 4-0. That means the top esports will not be able to control the entire camp. Let's see if anyone's legends want to look for anything more. They have Hope on the way, and a teleport entering here from Flandre. Stun lands on 369, who pops the Maelstrom, but he's getting bursted down by Shanks at this point. Kyle at the flash with the Unbreakable on top of him, and now Flandre with the needlework can do some work. Current call has been opened up. Chris takes the second shot and the third. Here comes the Sky Splitter from Tarzan. They try to lock down Cream, and he's the first casualty in the fight. Anyone's Legends already up 1-0, and they could look for more with Flandre dashing in on the Chris. They will secure the final grub to make it a 5-for-1 in that department, and they pick up a kill onto the mid laner up top. So that is the single target crowd control that AL will be looking for in terms of finding these picks as they did on the team in that last fight. It all worked well for them here. You see now, it's worked on the other side as Tarzan is getting targeted and taken down by Kanavi. Jackie Love providing a ton of artillery in response as well. Now Kyle the target here. Top Esports, they're fully stacked in this bottom lane, and they get themselves 2 easy kills.
We've established for the last 2 minutes. Now looking to find a dive onto Flandre. They can even take the turret first if they want to.
This could be a huge swing for the party. The exhaust only onto Kanavi. Needlework will at least secure a trade as Crisp goes down. Teleport in from Shanks to at least clear out the rest of this wave.
Looking to clap back a little bit in this game. It's top esports that are just barely finding more success and coming out on top and Cream.
Oh wow, Cream with a really nice Shuriken shuffle, followed up by Kanavi on the Vi, who waited around the bottom lane to bide his time to find that kill.
Some of those mid-game woes getting caught out on side lanes, but games 2 and 3 so far, showing himself up, feeling much more comfortable on the Tristan and now on the Azir and 369.
There's a response on the other side that AL need to have work. Tarzan turns off the tower for now, but 369 with the lightning rush. No, the stun doesn't connect onto the cannon, and Kanavi here to the rescue. Another kill going towards top esports off of a failed play from AL, and now Kanavi can look for more. Nicely used the ultimate by Kael to at least prevent anybody from Vi jumping in, but now Flandre still under threat. One more auto attack could do it, but he will live as Kael and Flandre just barely are going to escape with their lives.
King Kanavi in the top lane, in the bot lane, wherever you need him, he is there. Dominating AL in game number 3. Yeah, exactly. I mean, 7 out of 8 kill participation by the rest of his team. 5 is the most, and that's for 369. But I think Kanavi again, just the reason that these two teams have been so powerful in split number 1 was their junglers, and this game is a great example. Game number 1 was as well for Tarzan, but this time around it is the Kanavi show. And
not want to fight Kennen underneath the tower like that. So anyone's legend, that extended play will go towards the wayside. Instead, they're trying to find something on a Chris instead. Knockups connect. Crowd-controlled Kayn is there, and Hope picks up a much-needed kill for AL.
Starting to pick up this itemization as well, just giving you a little bit more HP as well to try and withstand what is going to be a very damage-focused top esports composition. A reminder that
okay, get a cleanse out of Jackie Love, but that is a very small price to pay for soul point potentially for top esports unless Tarzan can jump in for a steal. Can he get it? No! Secured by Kanavi, and now AL are fish in a barrel for Tarzan and the rest of 369. His ultimate comes out, slicing Maelstrom onto Shanks. As well, here comes Cream though with the shuffle. We'll be able to find 2. Chris will go down. Inwards Legends, they're finding the fight. Tarzan jumps forward, but he gets bursted down by Jackie Love and Cream. The carries for top are doing so much damage as they pick up the soul point, but will lose 2.
So it's a 1 fight for anyone's legend. It comes at the cost of that dragon, and I don't think that this tier 1 turret is on the cards for them. A little bit too much damage on Cream here and a little too low HP bars for AL. Actually pops into the charm!
Cream doesn't have flash. He picks up 1 kill onto Shanks, but it will be a trade and the tier 1 turret going down. That is a worth trade for anyone's legends as they find another angle to somehow claw back into this game here for AL as the dragon has slot and top split taking.
Early poke now. This is where you want your Ezreal to step up. Jackie Love, you can see taking point. The range of his ear as well. Tarzan's already going in.
Teleporting from Flandre. Tarzan looking for a smite steal, but it will be picked up. That is Ocean Soul for top esports and Kanavi, who now dashes in, lands the Vi ultimate onto 1, and there's 369 with a slicing Maelstrom. No exhaust to boot on the other side. Already 3 kills. It's a double for Jackie. Dashes forward in a 1v2, forces Shanks to go golden. Hope on the run, and there's no hope for anyone's legend in this game or in this series. He flashes away from the vault breaker of Kanavi, and top esports take control of game 3.
They'd had this 5k gold lead for so long, just sat teasing them, but finally they get the soul, they transition it into the Baron.
3 minutes we're counting on top of it. 7,000 gold lead. Top esports in current control of this game.
Oh,
they are looking very, very good with those revives in hand. It's
going
to be very hard to stop.
Yeah, there was when Voracious Atacon Burst got added, you could do so many crazy things with this, and it had really cost very little. It now costs a little bit more, but Flandre's just going to die top. Maybe he actually gets away. Actually, he's got support from his jungler, so Tarzan shows his face a little bit. He does have to burn the needlework, which means again, this defense on the bot side is going to be even harder.
Back to that last fight, the exhaust that Flandre had, he fell without it being used on his 6-9. Slicing Maelstrom, not stopping any of it. The exhaust from Kael was actually used on 6-9 before he even pressed the R button, so that's not working well for top esports who are now trying to take 2 inhibitors at the same time. Mid lane first, bot lane second. In the mid lane as well, 369 forces Flandre to actually have his base cancel and have him run straight potentially into the entirety of the enemy team. Nexus Tower is now under fire. This could definitely just be the end of the series right here. Flandre is going to burn down as 369 picks up the solo kill.
The final sees the final onslaught. AL, their series on the line.
Anything they can do? Absolutely not. Cream goes in with a shuffle. Another slicing Maelstrom just for good measure. 369 will fall, but it does not matter. Top esports, your LPL champion, will get their victory in the finals rematch.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.